Hi, I'm Ryan. Today let's talk about AI, specifically what it is, how to use it, and why you should be careful with it. So first of all, what is AI? Well, it stands for artificial intelligence, but to really see what AI is, let's compare it to something that you already know. Here we've got a simple Google search, easy chicken recipe. You have a good idea on what you're going to get. You're going to get some recipes up top that you can click on and find more information about, some sponsored results, but then some links and videos that will help you to find the information that you need. And that's the point. It gives you the links and it sends you in a direction to find what you are searching for. Let's try the same thing with AI to see the difference. If we go to Chatgpt, which is an AI, we'll talk more about that in a little bit, let's ask the same thing. I would like an easy chicken recipe. And right in front of us, it's going to start to provide that easy garlic butter chicken recipe. It gives us the ingredients, it gives us the instructions, gives us tips. Easy, just like that. But here's the beautiful thing about AI. Let's say that we tell it this. Actually, I forgot. Can you make the recipe vegan? And it will. It will take that same recipe and then immediately turn it into a vegan chicken recipe. All because you asked it to. The ingredients will change, the instructions will change, the tips will change. That's just the tip of the iceberg on what AI can do. So essentially, what AI is a digital assistant. So that is the beauty of AI. Where Google can simply point you in the right direction, AI will help you through the different steps and can produce a more detailed answer for you to get you the answer in a quicker fashion. So AI can be very, very powerful. It's very useful. But this leads us to a few cautions. For one, talking with AI after a while, it can really feel like you're talking to a real person. Remember, this is just a piece of software that's designed to be like a digital assistant. Remember, it's just a computer, just software. Another thing that AI can do is create images for you, so you can be pretty creative with that. But just as a side point, before we do this, you may need to be logged in to each service, so you may need to create an account in order to create images, just so you know. All right, so let's try this. I would like a hand-painted picture of a golden retriever, but we've got to make it unique. How about he is wearing a fancy hat and is eating in a bistro. Okay. So now as soon as we press enter, AI is going to start to make this. Now it may take it a few moments. And by the way, while we're waiting on this, if you need help with computers, there's a free link below that will help you to get started with it and feel more confident about it. It's completely free. Hope it helps you. And here we go. We've got a picture of a golden retriever wearing a hat, eating at a bistro, and it's hand painted. This was produced in less than a minute and a half. So you can see the power of AI. We simply asked two simple things. It produced it for us in a short amount of time. That's powerful. So that's really fun. In fact, when my wife and I started to use AI a lot, one of the first things that we did was we went and used our cats and use them as basis for pictures like this. It was fun. But it does kind of bring a caution up though. AI images can seem real. This one's hand painted. We can tell it's not real. But AI images have gotten so impressive that they can seem real. So just keep that in mind, that some images that you see out there could have been created just like this. So keep that in mind. But either way, it's a really fun tool. It can help you to create some pretty useful things. So AI can also generate images. That's incredible. But there's even more that AI can do. That's just the tip of the iceberg. AI can also help you to explain certain things. So say there's maybe a phrase or a subject that you're just not comfortable with. Like for instance, back in Chatgpt, what if we ask it, can you please explain rocket science to me? If you give it a few moments, it will. It will give you a point-by-point description of what rocket science is, and it will actually help you to understand it. Maybe not enough to get a degree, but it will help you to get started. And as you can see, it goes pretty deep into it, point by point. And it's still going. It's amazing to see. Another thing that you can do is you can ask AI to help you write something. So say you have a very important email that you want to write. You can write the email in AI and ask for help with grammar or ask for help with wording. It can help you that way. Or it can help you to brainstorm ideas. So let's say that I'm going to Toledo in a month. What could I do there? And it's going to help you to see a little bit more about Toledo, but also things that you can do in Toledo separated into sections. It can also help you to translate things. It can help you to code things. It can help you to do so many different things. AI's uses are almost endless. If you can ask an assistant to help you with it, then you can probably ask AI to do it. AI has a lot of uses, and it can help you in the work that you do. But again, there's a caution to all this. And later in the video, we'll see that. But just be aware. It's very useful. Just be careful with it. So as you can see, AI is very useful. So much so that AI is being weaved into a lot of the programs that you use all the time. So if you see something that says enhance or help me write or summarize or something like that, then that program is using AI to help you to do your work better. So you're going to see that a lot. But also at the same time, there are specific dedicated AI services or websites where you can go to specifically chat with an AI, just like we did with the chicken recipe and the golden retriever. So here are some examples of that. The first is Chatgpt. Chatgpt is the one that we used earlier, and it's a really popular one for a reason. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of AIs. It's just good at most things. Image creation, you name it, it's good at it. But that's Chatgpt. And this brings up another point that is really important about AI. Before we go on to these other examples, AI, remember, is just a piece of software. And it's a piece of software that has been trained on specific information. So essentially, if you think of it like a computer, it's been fed specific information, and then from that information, it then will help you to answer your questions. So Chatgpt has been fed a lot of information, but it's pretty general. But here's another AI tool that you may use. It's called Claude, Claude. Now, Claude's strengths are pretty universal, just like Chatgpt, but Claude really excels at writing. So helping you write emails, write newsletters, Claude is a great tool as well. So here's another AI, Grok. It's one that I've not used as much, but it's a very powerful tool as well. So here's another one, Google Gemini. Google created its own AI called Gemini, and it's been trained on a lot of Google services. So if you use a lot of Google services like Google Docs and Google Sheets, you've probably seen Google Gemini somewhere. So if you have questions specifically about things that Google is good at, like web search, things of that nature, Gemini is an awesome tool. But again, it's great across the board. Another one that you're probably familiar with is Copilot. Copilot is Microsoft's AI, and it comes on Windows-based computers, so you've probably already seen it, and it may have been your first entryway into AI, in fact. So Copilot is another awesome choice. So of course, AI is very powerful, but at the same time, we've talked about how to use it, different services that you can use it through, but there's also a caution, and that's very important to keep in mind. There's a number of things about AI that can be concerning, not to fearmonger, but just to be aware of. For one, AI can easily be wrong. Most AIs will say something such as, check your answer, AI can be wrong, and they say that for a reason, because AI is trained on information, and the answer that it gives you may be right, but it may not be. So any answer that you get, make sure and check it, especially if it's something very sensitive. So AI can be wrong. But speaking of sensitive, privacy concerns. Everything that you put into AI is then training AI again. So if you were to put in any sensitive information, say contact information or something sensitive about you or your history or your family, that could raise privacy concerns. So it's probably best not to do that. Another issue that could come up is scams and fake content. As we saw earlier with our golden retriever, it's very easy to produce images. And we didn't even talk about producing video. Video can be very convincing that's generated with AI, and it has led to a lot of scams, people believing that real people were saying something to them on video when in reality they weren't. Another issue is overdependence. AI is so nice, and the answers are so good sometimes, that it can be easy to be overdependent on it, to where we kind of stop thinking for ourselves and just simply ask AI. So that's another concern about AI. It's so helpful, it's kind of too helpful sometimes. And then finally, AI can have a bias or missing content. Remember, AI is trained on information. That computer is taking in information. So you may ask it a question, but it's missing pieces of information about the answer that it should be giving you. So again, more reasons why you should always check any answers, especially for really important things when it comes to AI. But the most important thing about AI, and the point that I've been building up to, is that are there some concerns with AI? Yeah. But the important thing about AI is that it is a tool that will help you to do your work better rather than a replacement for you. So the thing about AI is that it's so good at what it does that it can easily take your place and replace your voice or my voice. But yet, if we use AI as a tool to enhance what we do, to help us to work better rather than replace us, AI can be very, very useful and very, very helpful. But just as you use it, make sure that it doesn't replace you. It just helps you to be the best you at whatever work that you're doing. So as you go forward on your journey, use AI. Enjoy it. Just be cautious with it. And as you learn computers, maybe even watching this video here, I hope that it helps you along your path, and I hope that I can too. Thanks so much for watching.